Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah, and it's time for our live video chat. Well, in case you don't know or you've never tuned in before, we have a live video chat every Tuesday, or I should say most every Tuesday. You never know, there might be circumstances where we can't. Someone's sick or on vacation or something. But I do try every Tuesday, 9:30 Mountain Time. So you'll need to check where you're at to see what time it is where you're living or where you're at. And we do this every Tuesday over on the Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. So welcome. I'm so glad that you tuned in today. Now we have a lot of fun things to talk about today. We have some silly yarn with heads on it, a couple of new videos, and some things that are going to be coming. And also, I'm going to do a demonstration on how to do some crocheting with beads. And I get lots of questions about my necklaces and bracelets and different things that have beads on it. Hello, Dana and Jennifer. Hello, Juanita and Lisa. Good. I'm glad to see you all popping in. And guess what? It's summer now. And so today I have my iced coffee. This is just regular old Folgers iced coffee. And I got this cup a couple years ago when we went on a cruise to Alaska. And I love this cup and I use it every summer since then. Good morning, Debbie and Michelle. So glad you're here. Clink in, everybody. What's everybody drinking today? Are you still drinking hot coffee? I do. Usually each morning, whether the temperature is 100 or it's 5, I still drink a cup of hot coffee first thing in the morning. And, well, not first thing. I have to take my pills first, then I have to wait an hour, and then I can have my coffee. But anyway, so hot coffee. I see that, Michelle. And then about this time, I love to have, in the summer, some cold coffee. I know I've shared with you in the past that I didn't used to like cold coffee, and now I do. It's funny how that works. I guess you just get used to it. And like I said, this is just regular old Folgers coffee. And I just make it really strong, and then I add some ice, and I put the regular Splenda and creamer in it. It's so, so good. Now, before we get started with our bead demonstration, I have my visitor back with me today. Come on over here, Callie. And she's got something that she wants to show you. Now, what she's showing you, come in here a little closer, is a bag that I designed for her. And you'll notice it's got a unicorn on top. Well, what this is I purchased some of these yarns. Let me pull them up here. And they're called Top This.
And she got another unicorn.
I got another unicorn. That's for the other granddaughter. And then I got a puppy.
For my
Probably,
brother.
yeah, for the brother. And then I got this one for me. Well, what these are, I purchased these at Hobby Lobby. And it's a ball of yarn. And it has a little stuffed animal on top. And I was looking, actually the brand that I had heard of was called Little Toppers. And I saw those at Michael's and at Joann's in the past. And so I got online and looked to see, and there's actually several different brands that make these that are balls of yarn with
something on top, like pom-poms and pets.
Mm-hmm.
This is Top This.
Yes, this brand is Top This. You can also get little toppers. And I saw some that had footballs on them and soccer balls. So they have them for boys and girls, and they're lots of fun. But the thing is, there's only enough yarn on these to make a small hat. And Callie wanted a bag because she's totally into unicorns. And so what I did is I designed a pattern.
Yeah, then she added this extra part because it was too small.
Right. I made the bag, and I didn't have enough yarn. So we corresponded with some more pink, and then we added the drawstring. It's a really simple pattern. And this pattern, this video, will be out probably Thursday or Friday, depending on how much time we have. We've been having so much fun. We've been doing what's called 3 color marker challenges. We've been doing painting. We did painting yesterday, and beading and all kinds of fun things, and going lots of places and doing lots of shopping. And Callie's got one more week to be with us. She's going to go home on the 4th of July. She'll be back home in time to see the fireworks in her neighborhood. Unfortunately, here where I live, all fireworks are banned because everything's just too dry. So we're not going to get to have any fireworks here. Usually out my back deck, because we live up on a hill outside of the city does a major fireworks, and usually from our deck we can see fireworks everywhere. And so I'm going to miss that. I hope some of those can still get, enough time that it gets dampish so that they can still do those fireworks, because I just love watching the fireworks. All right, so anyway, you can stay here if you want to, or you can go sit down, Callie. What I want to do next is I want to talk to you a little bit about beading. And if you'll notice, I'm wearing a necklace. It's a simple chain with some beads on it. And I've gotten lots of questions. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Lisa and Melinda. I missed you when I was saying hello. Hello to Tammy and Lisa and Esther and Janae and Juanita. And I hope I got everybody. It's so good to see you all here. So anyway, what we're going to talk about today, and then I'm going to do a little demonstration, is crocheting with beads. And there's lots of different ways that you can do this. And two of my most favorite ways that I think are the easiest to do is, one way is to crochet your item and then go back in and just sew your beads on using similar yarn colors. That works great if it's something that's not real stretchy. For instance, a headband or a purse maybe. But also another way is to string the beads on and then do your crochet project. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. Let me move these things over. I'm going to scoot over and I'm going to put it on the top camera. Now what I have here, watch your toes there, Callie. I didn't want to roll over her toes. What I have here, we talked about these bracelets last week. And I showed you a demonstration, not last week in our live video, but I did a video of how to crochet with this raffia or hemp and to add your beads. And that's one of the ways that you can do that. That's an example, some wooden beads and some polymer clay beads. So another way that you can make a necklace is to buy some charms. And that's what I did on this one. I bought a pack that had some nice charms. And I just made a crochet chain and added the beads to that. Okay, now then these two are just a couple of different kinds of beads. And one of the things I love to do is, if I have a necklace or a necklace that someone's given to me, or I find one at a Goodwill or Salvation Army or something, a garage sale, and it has beautiful beads but the necklace is broken, you can make it into a necklace by crocheting them on. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Now these are some little wooden beads, and these are just some silver beads that I had, and these pearls are from a necklace that broke, and I added them together and made a fun necklace. And these I do have blogs on this and videos on this, but I'm still going to show you how to do this today. So I've just got some blue sparkly yarn that I think would be perfect to make a necklace.
We have miniature pony beads.
Yes, we do. I got some miniature pony beads. These are just plastic beads you get at Hobby Lobby or any of your Joann Fabrics, Michaels. You can even find these at Walmart, any of your craft stores. And so what you do is you put your yarn on your needle, and this is while it's attached to your ball or skein. You don't cut it. You just go ahead and thread your needle with your yarn, and then you just choose your beads. And when I'm making a necklace, I put on a bunch. And if I have too many, that's okay. I don't care. Because when you're done, if you have too many beads, you just take them off. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a bunch of these white beads on. And today I'm going to make just a short necklace to show you how easy it is to make a beautiful necklace just using simple beads and some yarn. Now, as far as the weight of yarn, I like to use either a 3 weight, which is what this is, or a worsted weight 4 is okay. But remember, the thicker the yarn, the thicker the necklace, okay? So we're going to use this, and you can also, this is a great thing to do if you have some crochet threads that you have left over and in different colors or whatever, and you don't know what to do with them because there's not enough really for a project. You can also do this with cotton yarns. It's really, really up to you and how thick you want your necklace. Okay, I'm going to put just a few more beads on here. I want to make sure I got enough. Whoops. There we go. I guess her kitty cat's watching me bead here. All right, I'm just going to move those beads over out of the way so they're not in our camera. All right, go ahead and move your kitty cat back just a smidge. Thanks, sweetie. Now I've got my beads strung on my yarn, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and take the needle off, and I'm going to grab my H hook. And I like to use an H or a G because I want my chains to be small, and it depends on how loopy that you want your chain to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a slip knot, but I'm going to make sure that I leave myself a little bit of yarn at the end so that I can tie that to the other end, because we're not going to put any clasps or anything on it. We're going to tie it together. So there's my slip knot, and I'm going to chain 20 chains. There's 5, and I'm just going to push my beads forward. And the reason that I'm doing 20 to begin with is I want a little bit of space where it sits on the back of my neck where there isn't any beads laying on my neck. So we're going to begin with 20, and then we'll end with 20 as well. All right, I was talking and I lost count, so we're just going to leave that like that. But the amount at the end doesn't matter too much. It's just that you don't want beads sitting on the back of your neck and hurting. All righty? So now what we're going to do, scoot kitty back, sweetie. We're going to push one bead up to the hook, and we're going to go ahead and chain around it, just like that. And then I'm going to chain 10. 1, scoot my beads forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can push one bead forward, or you can push 2 or 3. I'm going to push 2 this time. So I'm pushing 2 beads forward, and then I'm going to go ahead and chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to push 3 beads forward. And I do this because I like it random. Now, if you want it to be set, you can push 1 bead forward at a time. You can do less chains in between, or you can do more. See, this particular thing gives you lots of creativity to do it how you want. So I'm going to push 3 beads forward, and I'm going to go ahead and chain. There's 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'm going to just push one bead one bead forward. And so that's how you add beads to something simple like a necklace. And as you work, the weight of the beads will hold the beads down, and you won't get a bunch of rippliness in it. What I do is I make the necklace about 3 times as long as I want it to be. And let me show you this pearl one again. This necklace is super duper long. And then what I'll do at the end, I can't even find the end. Well, I guess I'm going to have to show you. I did such a good job, I can't find the end. Okay, so what I do at the end, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, even though it's not long enough for a necklace, just to show you. Leave myself a long chain, or a long strand of yarn, and then tie off. And then I'll take the 2 ends, like this, and I'll make a knot using both those strands. And then I usually do that a couple of times to make sure that's going to hold. There we go. Nice and tight. And then I'll clip that. Okay. Now, of course, this isn't long enough to be a necklace for me, but it is long enough for a child. And this is a great way. You can add all kinds of different types of beads and different things. Now, if you're going to add beads to, say, a hat or a bag or anything, you do it exactly the same. And as you're crocheting your single crochet, your double crochet, or whatever you're stitching, you just push that bead forward and then make your next stitch. You just sort of push the bead forward and ignore it's there. Now you may have to push the beads to the front if you're doing in rows where you're going back and forth. And because you're flipping back and forth, you're going to have a right side and a front side and a back side. And you may have to push those beads forward so that all your beads are on the front side. That's just one thing to remember if you're going to crochet with beads. All right, let's come back up to the front camera. Kitty's way too excited over there with Callie. All right. Now, those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the video, this is my granddaughter, and she's visiting me she's got one more week to visit, and she enjoys being a part of our live video. So, and she's a silly girl. She's 9 years old, and we've been having so much fun. Okay, so I hope that helped a little bit understanding about beading. Now, when you're doing something like this that we talked about last week, you do it exactly the same. You decide where you want your beads, how many stitches between, and you just push the bead forward and just crochet around it. It's almost like you push the bead forward, you ignore the bead, and just keep going with your stitches. You need to make, because you don't want to get off your stitch count. That's the thing that can happen sometimes when you're working with beads. And if you don't want to do it this way, you can always thread beads on matching yarn and sew those beads on. I like doing it this way, where you crochet and you add the beads on your yarn. You just push them forward until you need them. I like doing it that way because it doesn't add any extra yarn or weaving in or anything, and it's a great way to add a little pizzazz. And you can do this with, you know, glass beads, or I have a hat pattern. I have just several different things that you can do with beads. And like I said, I love going to Goodwill or Salvation Army or garage sales and picking up beads that are on broken things that you can get really cheap, and you can repurpose those beads into some beautiful, beautiful things. Bracelets, you can put them on headbands. I mean, you can put beads on ponchos. I mean, just anything that you make, you can add a little extra pizzazz with beads. The main thing to remember is put more beads on than you think you're going to need if you're going to do it at the beginning, because when you get to the end and you've got too many beads, cut your string, pull the beads off, and you can use them for another project. Want to try it on, see if it fits? So anyway, working with beads is so much fun. It really, really is. And I hope that you'll try some. And I do have a couple of videos on YouTube, and you can just search my name and beaded necklace or whatever, and they'll come up. And they're really super simple and super easy. All right, now what's happening this week at Posh Pooch Designs? Now, we talked about the bag and the little toppers. And when I first did the pattern for the bag, I did it in cotton. So you can make the little bag and you don't have to add the topper if you don't want to. And so it's just a fun little bag that it measures, I think, 8 or 10 inches tall. I can't remember because I don't have the pattern right in front of me. But I mean, it's a great little bag. Actually, the cotton one I'm using for my small project bag to take with me. I can stick it in my purse. So anyway, and I love that it has a drawstring so that it stays closed, but it's easy for little hands to open and close the bag. So, and it's perfect for, you know, you can even use it for a lunch bag at school. And if you make it out of this yarn, it's totally washable. Just be careful about the head, because I would probably hand wash it, not throw it in the wash machine or spot wash it. So anyway, let's see, who'd I miss? Brenda, Eva, Carla, Vivian. I'm so glad you're all here. She says, I like the distractions made by the other person. She has a right idea to sort by color. That's true. That's exactly true. And she's my distraction. She's so sweet. We've been having so much fun. Okay, so yesterday we took a little bit of time and I did a stitch number 6 for our Harmony sample blanket. And here is the stitch here. It's just a block stitch. And I love this stitch. It's great for blankets and ponchos and bags and lots of things. And it's a great contrast stitch. And so that's out there, the video and the blog. If you're doing the Harmony sample blanket, crochet along. And if you aren't, what it is each month during the month of 2018, each month we're learning a new simple stitch to add to our blanket. And one of the ladies, well, it was kind of an unkind email because she said that the stitches on the blanket were too easy and I needed to be more complicated. And I said, well, then this particular crochet along's probably not for you. because the point of this blanket is to learn some simple stitches that we use all the time. You know, like we did granny square, we did V stitches, we did cross stitches. Oh, I got this backwards. There we go. We did bobble stitches. Then we did simple shells, and then we did the block stitch. And the whole point of this blanket, just because you may be an experienced crocheter doesn't mean you can't do something like this. And also, it's for those who are not experienced crocheters. It's for everybody. Because you all know that my goal in life is for everybody to love to crochet. It is. I think that crochet is healing. I think it helps you calm. I think it helps you relax. And it puts your mind in a different place. You can put all your burdens and problems of the day away and sit down and crochet and concentrate on your stitches and forget those things for a little while. And that's why I think it's kind of healing. And I think everyone should learn to crochet and love it. Hi, Tina. I just saw you pop in. Barbie. Vivian says she's 4 months behind. That's okay. These stitches are so easy, you could probably do it in an evening. Really. Hi, Terry Ann. So anyway, that's we did that yesterday. And then also, Callie helped me design something. And I don't know if I talked about this or not, because we've been so busy, I can't remember what I talked about last week. So anyway, I was going to do a new jar. You know, I do the jar cozies for drinks or for giving jams and jellies away or whatever. They're lots of fun. So I was going to do something else, and she said, "Oh, Ma, you need to do a watermelon." And so she helped me design this watermelon koozie or cozy, however you say it. And we used red and pink and white and bright green, and then we used purple for the stitches or the
seeds.
Seeds.
We made a little vine.
Yes, and then we made the watermelon vine. And it's super cute. And if you don't know, I did a pineapple and what was the other one? Oh, a cactus, just like this. And these are great teacher gifts. You know why? They can use these to put their pencils and pens in. You can make them and put your crochet hooks in, or you can make them into a drink just by using your screwdriver and hammer, or if you're comfortable using a drill, make a hole for your straw. And now you have a spill-proof glass for your tea or cool drinks for summer. Oh, yeah, she's got the other two here. Here's
cactus and a pineapple.
There's the cactus and the pineapple.
Mama did not know if we had the yellow straw or not.
Yes, she found me a yellow straw. Let me hand those back to you, my assistant here. Now, just in case you're wondering, I have plans to do 12 of these jars, and some of them will be plants, some will not be. Some will be fruits and vegetables because I think those are fun. And so anyway, I want to do those through the year. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And because I have lots of uses, would you set that one over there for me on the counter? Thank you so much. Okay, so that's what we did this week. Now, back to the beads. I wanted to show you this one because this one is really, really long. And that's what I do. I make them super long, and then the beads are closer together, and then I wrap it 2 or 3 times and wear it. And that's why I think that it's a great idea to use up some of your threads. This one is done, I think, number 10 crochet thread in red. And then I just added these wooden beads and made it super long. And then I'll wrap them and put them on. I mean, it's a great way to make something beautiful and a very inexpensive one. Tina Preston asks, is it an apple one? Is an apple one. Oh, you wanted me to do an apple one. Actually, I have plans. I'll give you some hints. I'm planning on doing an apple one. I'm planning on doing a pumpkin one. I was thinking about doing a grape one. And the reason is, if you're going to give away some apple butter, wouldn't it be fun? It had an apple cozy on it. Or if you're going to give someone some pickled something, wouldn't it be fun if it looked like a pickle? I mean, I have so much imagination in my head for all these designs. And I bought a pack of 12 because I had an idea to do 12. But if I have more, I'll make more because they're so much fun to make and they're easy to make. One of the things that I like to do is to have crochet patterns that are simple, quick, and easy, and then some that are medium that might not be as easy, but you know, maybe have some front post or back post stitches. And I also like to do some hard ones, and I like to have all different varieties because not everybody's at the same place in their crochet journey. And even if you are an experienced crocheter, some of these easy ones are really fun to make and fun to give away because you know, I love to give away what I make. Hello, Lillian. Glad you're here. And anyway, I love to give away the things that I make. And someone asked me the other day, where is something, something, I can't remember what it was. And I said, oh, I gave it away because I wanted to see a picture of it. I said, well, I got some pictures. I'll send you over some pictures. But I do. I just give it away. I used to give them to my sister Lisa all the time before she passed away. And so that's just how I am. I love crochet. I love doing it. But if I keep everything that I make, it would not fit in this house. So anyway, just a sneak peek, peppermint for Christmas. That's a great idea. And then you could put candy canes in the jar. See? I get some of my best ideas from you guys. And that's why I say all the time, you guys watching my videos, watching me on Facebook, watching me on YouTube, you guys are the ones that make what I do possible. Because if nobody was watching my videos and nobody wanted to crochet my patterns, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it? Although it would be still worth doing. But you all make it possible and you make it fun. She says, I am looking for a baptism outfit to make for a boy. I don't have a pattern for that, but I have seen quite a few online. You should check on Ravelry.com. And if you're not on Ravelry, something my mouth. And if you're not on Ravelry.com, you should go there. That is like an unlimited resource of crochet patterns. But I do have I do have some yarn that Red Heart sent me, and I'm going to be doing a whole baby set. I have a blanket that is going to be hooded. I've got baby pants, booties, another hat, and a couple of other things. I can't remember what all is going to be in the set, but I'm going to be doing that probably maybe September. I'm still working out a lot of the details, and I'm doing a specific pattern, and I'm calling it Bunny Hugs, and you're just going to love the pattern. It's so cute, and it works up really fast, and it's easy. But yet it has kind of a technical look to it, even though it's going to be really easy. And so I'll be releasing those. I think there's 6 in the set, and I'll be releasing those, I think, in late August, September, something like that. Well, they show me like you do. I am not good at following written directions. Well, on Ravelry, you can click on the patterns, and it'll say whether it has a video. A lot of them do. I have several that I just love. One of them is Nastasia. I also love her voice. And a lot of times on a video, if the speaking voice is really calm and just a nice voice, then I have tendency to watch it more than if one doesn't. And Nastasia has a really nice speaking voice. I also love Bob Wilson 123. Let's see. What's another one I just love? If you haven't watched Kristen Omdahl, she does this thing called Yarn on the Beach, and it is so much fun. I was watching it every morning because she does it every morning, and she goes out at sunrise in Florida on the beach and talks about knitting and crochet. She also does foods and crafts and makeup and all kinds of things. She's just real, and I think that's why I like her. She's just real, and I really enjoy her videos. She has a lot of crochet videos also. I'm trying to think of other ones that I just really love. I can't think of any more right off the top of my head. Oh, if you want to learn Tunisian crochet, Kim Guzman is the best. So, yeah, just go on Ravelry.com, and if you put in baptismal gowns, and if you find one that you like, just look through it, because it'll list if it has a video or not. I've never done one, but it's a great idea. And let me tell you, I have a long list of things that I have in mind to crochet, because my brain is so full of so many ideas. And then of course I get great ideas from you all as well. Let's see. After lesson 1 of Crochet Basics, I made some crochet necklaces with beads. Very nice. Very nice, Juanita. Let's see. I watch yours and Bob Wilson 123 as well. Yes. I really would watch Nastasia, because I really love her videos. And she's really, really smart. And she's got so many different kinds of ideas that I wouldn't even think of. And everything's bright and colorful. That's the other thing I like about her stuff. So anyway, I haven't watched the Crochet Crowd that much. I used to a long time ago, and I just sort of got away from it. But yeah, they've got a bunch of really good stuff. Actually, the one that I really liked that they did was the C2C, the crochet corner to corner blanket. That's where I learned how to do that one. And I actually have some ideas of some variations of that I want to do. See, I've got more ideas in my head. So anyway, YouTube is a great place to go and learn how to do crochet and different things. If you're looking for something, just go to the top of the YouTube where it has the search and just search it, and tons of stuff will come up for crochet. It's really, really big. Thank you, Trisha. Barbie says, I love Crystal at Bag O Day. I don't know that one. So anyway, I'm going to have to let you go. We've got a bunch of stuff planned for today, and I hope that you'll go back. If you missed the beginning of the video where I did the demonstration on how to make a necklace with what I'm wearing, it's super easy. You'll love it. Use your old beads, broken necklaces. Don't throw them away. You know, you can even add silver chains and gold chains to this just by hooking it in when you crochet as well. All right, so I'm going to let you go. Callie's ready for us to get started on our fun time, doing some fun things. I'm going to go pick up the other granddaughter, and we're going to have some fun. So, again, I want to thank you all for watching my videos, and thank you for being a part of Posh Pooch Designs, because I couldn't do it without you. Have a great day.